Hey, hi.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Hope you
Hello,
guys are
everyone.
hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Because we got a heck of a show today, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. And, boy, we got turned out to be kind of a puppy day.
It's puppy day.
Yes, it is. So, um, gprescue.com, and don't forget us. And we're streaming to 5 places at the same time. And don't forget, we have a YouTube channel. So we're gonna start this right away with our first boy, and he's the youngest, isn't he, Reagan?
He's the youngest.
All right.
We think
So
about old.
I'm sorry.
We think he's about 10 weeks old.
Okay. So let's get going. Well, let's do an intro for him. Okay. Here we go. Oh boy, and look who's here.
Hello, good afternoon from Missouri, Kansas City.
Wow. Hello, Bailey.
This is Wilson. He's not wanting to cooperate with me right now. He just wants to get all the cats that keep running in and out of the room.
And how old is he?
I think 10 weeks. I don't know. There's been a little, we're not really sure because he's so small. He's about 12 and a half pounds.
Is this a possibility why he's being a handful? Because he's a baby?
He is a little baby. And every day he gets a little more ornerier.
Yeah, I love this. What can you tell us about him?
Well, so I mean, kind of an amazing part of his story is I was told I am his fifth home. I was his fifth home within 2 weeks.
5 homes?
Yes. So
and he's only 10 weeks old?
Yes.
They were only 12.
Well, so he started at his breeder, and then he was adopted, and they had an aggressive dog. So then he was rehomed to a young lady that lived in an apartment.
Yes.
And her apartment manager found out she had a dog, and so the apartment manager had him for a little while, and then he came to me. So 5 places in 2 weeks.
I guess you're right.
Yeah. So he's met a lot of people and a lot of dogs along the way. I know the apartment manager told me she has 4 dogs. But he just loves everybody and he loves animals. He doesn't love being on tables, which is what I have him on right now.
All right. So weren't we originally told they thought he had a broken foot?
Yes.
A broken paw. And the minute I got him, I knew he didn't have a broken paw because he doesn't mind you touching him. But I went to pick him up, and I kind of picked him up right here from his, like near his shoulders, and he squealed, and he was limping. So he went to the vet yesterday, and she said he probably just had something pulled in here, but it's been healing well. He's no longer limping. And he's playing like crazy.
Wow. And now, let me bring this picture up here. I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I actually had it in the video.
Yes.
What what is that?
So this is a little stuffed animal my mom gave him when we first got him, and it has this little contraption inside, and it has a little button you can turn it on, and it simulates a heartbeat.
Ah,
So I put it back in the little stuffed animal, and if he's, whining in his crate at bedtime, I'll set this down, and he probably won't do it right now, but he just lays on it and cuddles up with it, and he falls asleep almost instantly.
something like that right there.
Yeah, he loves it.
I don't know, but in that picture, that little stuffed animal looks a whole lot bigger than it is now. So did it shrink or did he grow?
He grew. And it was probably just the view of the picture, but the stuffed animal is just a little bit shorter than he is.
So he's not quite ready for adoption yet, is he?
I don't know.
Well, he's had 2 rounds of shots, of puppy shots. Is
All
ready
right.
to go. We'll need his
So-
3rd round in about 4 weeks.
Well, you know what that means. GPRescue.com.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
that's where you apply to adopt Wilson. And
And
he likes his human chew toys, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He really does. And he's getting a little stronger.
Yeah, you might want to.
I always have a handy rope.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
a little piece of advice. If you play
Yeah.
tug of war, make sure he wins all the time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah. We always like to. He loves to play tug of war, and he does always win.
yeah. Puppies, especially the guardian breeds, we think he's got some sled dog in him somewhere, right? Anatolian, maybe. It's hard. He's young. It's hard to say. at this
Yeah,
age.
but he has that widow's peak there.
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
And he
sorry.
that widow's peak looks like a Malamute to me.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. So, but I tell you what, it all bundled together. He's just so stinking cute.
He
Oh.
is. And he has the best personality. He loves everybody and every dog and every cat. He just loves everything.
Wow.
Loves to
Right.
play. He's really good at napping. He's already hitting the bell to say that he has to go outside.
Oh,
He's
Wow.
really. I can't really take a lot of credit for that. I mean, I have been working with the bell, but when he came to me, he was already telling me he needed to go out. And the only time he whines in his crate is if he needs, like at night, if he needs to go
Okay.
outside.
Cool.
So,
All right. There you have it. GPRescue.com. Look for Wilson. Is he up there yet?
I just
Okay.
got him up there. So
GP
I knew he was going to be popular. So
yes, someone's real lucky. Whoever gets him is
Yes.
gonna be real lucky.
So,
very lucky.
how's he been for you as a foster? And I know you do puppies. Usually.
Yeah, so easy. And it's nice because I own a business just outside of Kansas City in Lee Summit, Missouri. And I get to take him with me just because I obviously don't want to leave him at home. And so we play when I have breaks and people come in, and it's been, everybody, where can I adopt him? Where can I adopt him? I'm just telling everybody about the rescue, and they just,
Wow.
he's a hit. People have come in 2 and 3 times just to see him.
All right. That's another thing too. See, if you wait till you see a dog that we need to bring in to apply, well, there's a lot of instances
Yeah.
we need you already approved.
Right.
Right.
And that's what I do tell people. I say, you know what, you need to apply. Even if he's no longer available, there will be one behind him.
Yep.
Yes.
So, wow. But yeah,
Will
thank
die.
you so much. And he's gonna be hot commodity here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Bailey, thank you. I'm going to take you
Thank
down,
you.
and
Okay.
you're more than welcome to watch the show from down there. And if you do, if I see him doing something cute, he's coming back up. So be
Okay.
prepared.
Okay.
So that way everybody can see it.
All
All
right.
right. Bailey, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Wilson.
Then
Wow. Now, I'll tell you what, there's a cute dog. All right.
he is.
And
Adorable.
we're going to move right along here. So we've got 2 more young ones, don't we?
Yes,
And
we do.
let's bring, and they brought their foster mom with them too. So
They did.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Lindsay. You're getting pretty popular on the show, aren't you? And who do you have there today?
This one's Maggie.
Maggie. I like that picture there. Now, they seem to be a little older than Wilson, huh?
Yeah, they're about 12-ish weeks, 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did we get them?
They came from Oklahoma.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're Southern girls.
Yes, they are. The owner had the parents and had a litter, and she found most of them, and then had back surgery and could no longer care for them. So
Okay. And we seem to have something similar with Wilson. She's
Yes.
young and active, huh?
yes,
Bye. Exit stage left. Bye, Maggie. Now, don't you have 2 of them? Oh,
Yeah.
nope, there she's back.
This one's Millie.
Oh, there's Millie. And that one's her.
Yeah.
yes.
And but the cool part about this is I feel so bad. I was trying to do a video for them, and I didn't get it done in time. And they're not like that all the time, only when you try to restrain them. Okay. But aren't they gorgeous? Are they available yet?
They are. They went up on the website today.
Good. So that means we've gprescue.com again, right? So
That's right.
now, here, let me bring that up. So now, do you know, I know young puppies, we usually don't ask this question, but don't you have cats?
I do have a cat, yes.
And how does the cat like them?
My cat's really good. She really likes dogs, so she likes to be around them, like, in general. But the puppies do really well with her, too. I don't think they're too overbearing with her. I mean, because they do try to play with her, but obviously she doesn't
Okay.
like that. But they kind of take a hint to not bother her too much.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Everybody's got to see this one here. There we go. Sorry, Millie. Maggie. I'll bring you right back up in a second here. All right. Hey, didn't I warn you, Bailey? Oh no! I'm just going to leave her there for now. All right. I don't want to make her dizzy coming back up and down. So now, so she does well with the cats, and she does well with her sister. They're sisters, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what about your resident dogs?
She loves them too. She really has a thing for Mocha, my other foster. They both really love her, but they get along with all of them.
How is Mocha not adopted?
I
The
have
mystery.
no idea. She's such a doll.
Are you keeping her for yourself? Is that why she's not adopted? You're denying everybody? All right. So you have, you're pretty busy, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. And puppy fosters are always pretty busy. That's how that works. That's why they're special fosters. Now, Whitney says hi. So we say hi back.
Hi, Whitney.
Yeah, we try to be personalized. Now, so are they spayed yet?
No.
Okay. So that'll be a thing that has to wait, and then they can get it later on. So, all right. Look at Wilson down there.
Steve, they'll be adopted with a spay neuter contract. So the adopter
Gotcha.
will do that. Yep.
Yep. And that's not unusual with rescue. So, all right. Thank you, Lindsay. GPRescue.com. Do you have anything you would like to add?
Not really. I mean, everything that all their information is on their website. I've only had them for a week now, so I don't know too much about them. They're pretty shy.
Gotcha.
But once they start warming up, we'll see how their personalities bloom.
Right.
Mhm.
And who are they shy with?
Just kind of everyone.
Okay.
Like people mainly, but I mean the
Okay.
dogs they're
All
fine
right.
with.
So that's why you're socializing them. So that's good.
Yes.
So, all right. Good. All right. Lindsay, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
and I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Bailey, and I'm going to have to take you both down because now we're going to bring Roman up. And thank you for coming. Give Millie and Maggie a nice little pat on the butt for me. Same way with you, Bailey. So thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks,
And
lady.
I'm going to have to take you down and because we don't want to distract our talking point. All right. So, hi, Roman.
Hey, Roman.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing
Good.
pretty good. We got a heck of a show here. The rest of it, or this part of it, don't we? And I wrote it in the description, and it's about not just. I'll tell you, there's just so much that happens in the training world that with guardian breeds. Okay, so and believe it or not, they're actually not hard to train as companions once you meet the needs and make your connection. And the key to this is they check in with you. What do you want me to do next?
Mhm.
Okay, so so why do trainers use shock collars now? Now, make no mistake. Now I've got a screen share right here. Okay, make no mistake. A shock collar, there's other variants of it. Okay, is that right, Roman?
Well, there's only one variant.
Well, there's
It's-
other
it's
ways to use
Electronic,
it.
it's an electronic device providing a stimulus.
Right.
That's number one. All of those devices that either giving an electric impulse or vibration is offering a stimulus controlled by a device that is on the dog or removed from the dog. That puts in shock collars, bark collars, spray collars, and removed collars.
Yes. The invisible fence, that's a shock collar.
Correct.
Okay. The bark collar, that's a shock collar. Now,
Yeah.
I got permission from a lady that I'm working with their dog, as long as I don't give names. We're in a situation right now where a full-size Yorkie almost died, and remains to be seen if there's permanent brain damage or not over a bark collar. Okay, and when we were trying to find the trigger to this, now this was last week. Okay, when I was trying to find the trigger, I couldn't find and I asked her, has this dog ever had a shock collar on her? And she said no. And I says, okay, well, man, this is what this is sounding like, an instant trigger like this, because all of a sudden they've had this dog for 3 years, all right, with the 2 Yorkies. Well, and then all of a sudden one day last week, there's an attack. Okay. And man, I tell you, and nobody, she busted her butt trying to figure out, because she knew that there was a reason for this. Okay. But the problem was he couldn't find a reason. So she went to the rescue. The rescue put her in touch with me. And 2.5 hours later, it comes out that she had a bark collar and she forgotten to take it off. Normally, it's not on in the house. And the reason why it took so long is she didn't know that it was a shock collar. She did not know it. And it was recommended to her. So, and we'll stop that part there. And then because this attack was witnessed, that's when we got down to the trigger. So why did that bark collar make that dog bite that Yorkie in the head. Well, the standard routine was and this is what they did for 3 years. They go up there next to their little play area, and the Yorkie would instigate it. She would growl. Remember, growling is good communication. And the Pyrenees would bark back, and then they would play bow and start playing. The difference was the growl, and keep in mind, they're right here getting ready to do play bows. The growl, the bark, the bite. Okay. See the problem? This is a problem. Okay. The Great Pyrenees, the guardian breeds, if you look at a Great Pyrenees, they got extra fur around their neck. Does everybody agree with that? Mm-hmm. And those of you that have Akbash, their neck is actually bigger than their head. All right. That's protection from a kill shot. All right. And they can also see the predator coming, and they could make counter moves even. When you put a shock collar on them and you push that button, all they know what goes through their head is something is attacking their neck and they can't see it. Now, with some personalities, and I have seen this, whoever is closest to that dog has got a problem because now they can see it, put a visual with it, and they go into survival mode sometimes. You really don't want a 150-pound Great Pyrenees going in survival mode towards you. And it's happened. So your turn to chime in on this, Roman.
I feel so sorry for that dog. I feel sorry for the Pyrenees who felt threatened by his best friend.
Yep. This is just starting.
Right. So I want to call out those events that happened. So suddenly we are friends, and then suddenly we have domestic violence. Just like that.
Yep.
Okay. And the reason why is because one of those members is not allowed to express his emotions by using a bark collar for him not to bark when he gets excited. Barking is nothing else than us talking. A little bit more than that. Like expressing our worries. Hey, what are you doing with my car? Oh my God. Oh, wow. That would be a shock every time I had those expressions.
Let me put that into perspective. So, what Roman just explained, now in dog language, that's bark, 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 bark. When Roman just got excited, now their teeth are showing. But it doesn't mean they're going to bite you. You didn't feel threatened by Roman, did you?
No, don't touch my coffee.
Now I'm scared. See the problem?
Right.
They're communicating.
Yes. But at the same time, we have domestic violence. We have assault because the young dog felt the reason for biting is because of his friend. And his friend felt attacked because his dog felt attacked. So assault is what happened here.
Yes.
Without the other ones knowing about it. So we have 3 traumas happening at the same time, and nobody knew about it. Except of the trainer, who thought he knew anything, but he actually didn't. And I'm not being a smart butt here, I'm not saying the word, but I was that trainer a decade ago who thought I was doing the right thing using a shock collar and doing the right thing using a bark collar, because I had the stupid idea that listening to the industry, they're very humane and they just give you an impulse, it's just a little nip, okay, to nip things in the butt. I should know better. Because I have an engineering degree. I used to do reverse engineering. I know how to build those things. I was just too lazy to do it, and I didn't think that whole thing through. And I wanted to understand how they work, because I wanted to build a better one, because the one I used wasn't strong enough for the dog I was working with back then. And then I started reading about it, because before I do something, I want to understand the dynamics behind that. And then I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. I had no clue, even though I could build one. So you don't have to have a clue to build a device like that. All you need is an electronic circuit board that does specific things, You have a good idea what you want to deliver, and then you just build it together and sell it and call yourself a training professional, I guess, or an industry. And how many times I've seen big industries that are in the radio industry actually create those, because everybody wants one, because it's a quick fix. You just have your dog shut up. You just have your dog corrected for doing something wrong. You just want to communicate with your dog using that device. There's all these excuses why we should use that, but nobody explains to you what exactly happens if you make that choice.
Make no mistake, the manufacturers are in this for the money. There's no secret there. Okay.
They know they're dangerous because they have a clear description in them. Do not, and do not, and especially do not.
Yeah.
Well, we don't read those. I don't read instructions.
Right.
No.
I step in a car and start driving. I guess I know how to drive a car.
Yeah.
I don't
Now,
know
one of the quick responses I hear is people say, "Well, put it on yourself and see what happens."
Yes.
Well, let's explain
Now the other
that.
one. The other picture. The other picture.
Sorry.
Yep, that one. So let me explain. My skin is, how thick do you think it is? I know I'm a thick skin guy, but our thickness of our skin is many times more thicker in layers, 15 layers thick, other to the dog skins that less thickness. So if I put my skin on my dog collar, you can switch it to the other device, the other picture. The dog skin is much thinner because he has a big coat. That's one thing. The dog skin is floating in between skin and muscles. Ours don't. Okay, so the way our skin is constructed is different. Now, the dog as a mammal that also is a predator that kills animal if he needs to. He has a specific grip to do that, for make it a quick kill and address the issue, right, that he wants to survive. Every predator attacks his prey on the neck to make it quick. And where exactly does the dog bite? Right here, to close the air supply and cut the main arteries so things go quickly.
That's the kill shot.
Right? And where exactly do we put the shock collar? Exactly there. Why? Because it should quick send the message there. But what happens when we send that message? Compare that the dog is a predator, but he's also prey himself. Over the 4 million generations, the dogs being with us or being in this free environment with us know that you can be killed by your throat or killed by your throat. Now, those guys who died from killing at the throat didn't survive to say the story, but the ones who did know that here you almost die. And now they know it's being transmitted over generations that if somebody goes after your thread, you can only survive if you leave. So bodies created this anti-support defense mechanism to have many, many, many sensors on that area. So by the slightly touch or approach of something around your neck, all you have to do is get away from there. Or kill first before you get killed. So dogs have all these sensors in their bodies around the neck, especially around the neck. We have main arteries, we have nervous system, we have what you doing there? Come on. Like, oh, I found a cable, can I chew on it? And so we find those things, all those important things are on the dog's neck. The connection between head and body is over here. It's kind of basically your all power supply going through that level. And there we have 4 major sensors. A heavy pressure sensor, which protects the dog for the bite, being touched on a pressure. Then we have a vibration sensor. Then we have a light touch sensor. And then we have a skin stretch sensor, which means the body understands which directions that pressure is applied to, so you can go in the opposite direction. Okay? And then you have a light touch, so you know when it's light and when it's strong. The light touch is just the surface, and the strong is about the kill. So if the mother touches you, it's a different sensation as somebody wants to kill you. For those who say, oh, mommy does it, so that's why we can use a prong collar. And mommy does it because the shock collar corrects directly there that mommy does. Mommy doesn't do that anyway. And then we have the vibration that helps the dog to understand when he's being shaken to be killed. So he plays dead. So we see all the sensors trigger the dog's nervous system to fight, flight, or play dead, either depending on the dog's situation, environmental triggers.
Mm-hmm.
So when we use those devices, all we do is we trigger the dog's sympathetic nervous system to go in fight, flight, or freeze response. And we are not in control of it unless we push that button. And then the dog will likely go in one or the other direction to survive. So you don't understand that? You want to use that? All you trigger is the dog PTSD response that is being transmitted from his ancestors, how to survive a kill.
Right.
Is that the person you want to be? So your dog survives you killing him?
Yeah.
And I know I get a backlash on that because many trainers says, are you kidding me? My dog loves the prong collar. My dog loves the shock collar. Show it to you. Here, my dog wagging his tail. Well, science has an answer to that too. It's not just being smart about it. Because the dog has a primary and secondary enforcer. He loves to go for a walk, even if he hates the collar. I hate traveling, but I love to have a car going shopping because I hate going by foot. So do I like my car? No. You know how much expensive it is? Cost half of my money goes into that car. I hate it, but I need it. So I'm happy to have a car so I can go shopping and eventually go get some dog food. So what makes the dog happy is not the prong collar, is the walk and you're being part of it. So don't ruin it with those devices.
That's right.
And then we have another option when we want the dog to address a behavior, stop barking or stop attacking or stop being aggressive. Again, the dog has a reason for doing that. He's a guardian breed. Everything that is different is a trigger. Like, how would you feel if somebody shows up in your house and you're just coming out of a shower? How would you feel about that? Well, you cannot say anything about it. You can't even complain about it. You have to be nice about it from that intruder to be there. So, hi, sorry, I'm in my bathrobe. Be my guest, kind of, I guess. But no, a guardian breed over all these 4 million generations was there to protect his family and himself. And all of a sudden, now we're punishing it for doing so. Instead of thinking, I don't like that behavior, maybe I'm offering a better solution, a better job, so I don't need to punish the one he has. I give him something that's better and it's rewarding. But he will still be a guardian breed. He still triggers.
Right.
Our goal is, instead of punishing that, is to offer something alternative. If you are triggered, do this. If you're a cop and you're triggered, you should warn before you shoot. If you're a fireman, you should not open the door until you understand what's going behind the door. If you're a first responder, you just don't give a person an injection until you understand what exactly the person is suffering from. So we have all these protection systems in place, but we don't see that with a dog who does his job just like a guardian, just like a police officer, just like a fire department. He protects you, he protects his property, making sure nobody gets harmed, and he actually doesn't want to kill anyone unless somebody goes beyond the acceptable situation, and he attacks you instead of walking away based on your warnings.
Now, what do you say when somebody says, you're full of crap? Well, I can answer that. Roman didn't just pull this out of the sky. And these folks here didn't take this stand because Roman said so.
American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior. So if we talk about behavior, these are the elite.
These are the elite. Yes.
Sort of fish, but okay.
Yeah.
This is based on science and based what the Veterinary Association considers safe and unsafe.
Yes. And how they got to that stand that they've taken in this article that is on Roman's website, and I'm going to post the link, are the studies. Most of them, right, Roman? You've got
everything
there.
That is up to date is there. So I'm always
Yes.
checking in with new scientific evidence. And we have to be careful. If I do a search, how does a vibration color is described in a science? Well, they don't use that term, so you will not find anything. Okay, you have to find the right terms. So in that is everything that's out there that is related to it, directly or indirectly, so we understand. So if we talk about, for example, the feeling of helplessness, which is a term, we don't know actually that this term is being confirmed through using of a shock collar. So if we talk about people feeling helpless, we have studied it by using a shock collar on a dog. So if a shock collar wouldn't do any harm, how would we know that term of helplessness? So we see that the science doesn't tell you exactly what you're doing is right or wrong. It gives you the information, but all these individual factors come together in one particular piece. That what you're trying to do with the shock collar, prong collar, or choke collar is not healthy for your dog. It actually makes a behavior problem. It creates emotional problems. It ruins your relationship with your dog. It's a welfare problem. And it's undeniable because there are 26 scientific papers out there, very specific in that frame. There are more around that tells you exactly that. It's measured. And I know some people who says, yeah, you're full of crap, because those are sitting just in their offices doing studies, but we in the field, we have experience. Let me answer to that too. There's a science behind that too, actually 3 science papers that went into the field, went to this manufacturer and says, bring me your best guy, your best person who knows best of your product. Here are the dogs from different fields of the industry, and do what you do best. And guess what happened? Those who used aversive dog training systems were 25% less effective than those who didn't. Oops. In the field, the best of the best. Now you have a better one, go ahead. But thinking that you change the behavior because you're suppressing it is kind of like I blow in my bottle and I close it. It's me in that bottle is kind of an illusion. So, and I was that person saying exactly those things. You're full of crap. You have no clue. I train those dogs. And I see immediately results. Yes, but they become with a cost you are not aware of yet. And we are here to explain to you. Not because we're mean, not because you believe you're wrong. You only want best for your dog. That's my idea, that you want to do best for your dog and you believe they're right. But they lied to you. The manufacturers lied to you, and those who told you to use it lied to you.
That's
and
right.
I'm not saying you're an abuser. I'm just saying you didn't know better. But you should read up on the right direction, understanding the right things, so you can make your own informed decision whether or not you should use it, because there's always an alternative, better working solution to address the issues you have where you think you need that tool to do that.
And here's the thing. I'm surprised this is even a discussion this day and age, because with what we know now, there are so many alternative ways to do this. Like, how about a relationship with your dog? Because you know what I usually tell people, that what that dog is thinking and what you think that dog is thinking is 2 different things. And
here's a simple example from my perspective.
You can't communicate.
From my perspective, because I work online and in person with people who have severe behavior issues. I wish I had simple issues, but I guess I'm the kind of the dead end situation here. 6 out of 10 clients that I've worked with, their dogs showing aggressive behavior have an underlying condition they were not aware of. From not feeding the dog enough, for having the dog under medical conditions they were not aware of and the veterinarian didn't know about it, from a trauma experience they had no clue exists, and from situations they didn't know happened. And most of those people tried different trainers in a row, tried to correct them, and they started with positive trainers, ended up with aversive trainers, and still didn't work. They went on medication, went off of medication, on a medication. They couldn't see it because all they were focusing on is on the behavior itself, instead of finding out why the dog did that choice. What was the idea behind that?
Yep.
And
First
once
thing
the idea, those problems basically diminished or reduced to a lot. I'm not saying that one thing fits all, but there are many good things that you can apply to improve things. Food improvement, medical improvement, detox, secure attachment relationship, changing the dog's environment in a better place, not expecting too much of a dog, actually teaching the dog what you want him to do, instead of just trying to push a button because it's convenient. It's not convenient. It costs a lot. Money, your relationship, and eventually you have to put the other down. You have to pay for it too. It's not for free.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Wow. That's a lot of information. And I posted the link to the study. There's links. There's information on the studies there. You can go read it and you can make your determination. Okay.
And if you read that, you will see at the very beginning that I was using that too. So I'm not one who has no clue. I have a good clue. I have so good clue that not only I used it, I also could create one on my own. And then I stopped doing that because I become aware of it. And I want to make a change. And I made that change. I haven't used a shock collar since. I don't need one. I can have better approaches to do that, where better long-term, not short-term.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Including confinement. Because you can train a dog, like we did for thousands of years, to stay in his property. And I don't think 100 years ago we had actually electronic collars. How would those dogs in Asia, in Turkey, in Hungary, in France, in Spain stay contained? Right? What would happen there? Now, let me give you a heads up. Do you know that dogs who start leaving their property, their family, on their own are not just explorers? Likely they have a thing that's called rabies miasm, and it leads the dog to leave where he feels safe, to naturally protect his own people from what he's suffering with. Did you think of that? Not many people talk about it. You do, you guys do, because you know better. But if your dog starts leaving suddenly and take his roads, because yes, it could be a female out there somewhere, but it could also be a medical underlying condition you are not aware of. So you have to rule that out first before you put a shock collar on and try to continue the process, because he will break through anyway.
We've made good progress. This is big right here. That this is their stand, because some of the other boards follow their lead. Actually,
well, most of the behavior schools say no to aversive training.
that's correct.
Science says no to aversive training. Welfare societies say no to aversive training. Who says something for using the aversive training? Those who have no clue. Those who don't look at science. They don't believe science, but when they use it, they use science, because that electronic collar needs science to be built. And there's an idea behind that. But that idea is not to the welfare for the dogs, but for the convenience of the people.
Yeah.
That we didn't think that through.
Yeah. So what we've done here is we've given you what we know, and we've given you a way to look it up so you can learn too and make your own decisions. Because we're not here to slam you or damnation. We want to educate. Right, Roman?
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. So anyway, and that sure is cute. Sorry, Roman. I like that. Told you I was going to do that to you, Bailey. All right. So, all right, we got to move on. And I posted your link. The only place it didn't go, Linda, it didn't go to the Great Pyrenees Advice and Support Group. Okay. If you could copy and paste that in there for me into the comments, I'd appreciate it. So anyway, now let's we got a giveaway, don't we?
Oh,
You're up.
Let me flip my camera around so I can show you here the giveaway.
And, this is cool.
Great Pyrenees the complete owner's manual. It's a little.
We got an instruction book for you.
Yeah.
Now,
How about that? Now, how you get that is you go into your comments and you type in hashtag GPRM, and we will have a drawing here in about 10-15 minutes, and somebody's going to win that. Okay, so hashtag GPRM, and why, thank you, Facebook user. We try. You have to. Okay, education's where it's at. We're all educated.
Steve, did you remind everyone how to sign in so they don't show up as Facebook user?
Yeah, there's a, I know. There's a link at the bottom of the group that you're in. And if you click that link and give permission, I mean, StreamYard has made that really, really easy to do. You click, and you're done. And then we'll be able to see who you are. I know who that is. That was Melissa. Okay. Because she said Team Sherman was watching. Now, I don't know if they're all Melissa, but
Right.
Some of them are. So, and but anyway, but and that's only applies to groups, private groups. Okay, if you
Right.
watch it on our page or on the YouTube channel, then you don't have to go through the permission authentication. Okay, so that's just what, and that's a Facebook thing, because you're in a private group. In order, and this is public, in order to put you out there, you have to give permission. So anyway, now, wow, well, we thought we was going to have a little bit of an issue there with Wilson in the beginning, didn't we? With what you were told, huh? We thought this was going to be a fundraising show.
Yeah, but he have an injury that needed surgery, possibly, and definitely X-rays. But he didn't even need X-rays, so
Yeah, but now that doesn't mean that we don't need funds. Okay, you
Funds.
know, I see everywhere on Facebook on dogs that are in need. Oh, all that dog, it needs a little bit of love. And trust me, we have plenty of love here at the rescue. We also, it takes money to do this. So your donations are very important.
they're important. We brought in about, I think, last month.
How many?
and
11.
11 dogs and puppies last month, and 2 already this month, including well. And they all have to get shots and brought up, heartworm tested. All of that costs money, and even if it's only 100 or 200 a dog, and when you have 13 dogs you brought in, that's a lot of money.
That's correct. So,
Yeah.
so there's other ways to help. We have a wish list. There's instructions on the website. But we touched on this in Wilson's cute little video, and we need fosters, because do we have a waiting list right now?
We do. We've had a waiting list all year.
Okay. Because we don't have fosters.
We don't have enough fosters.
Yeah. And we need fosters. And that's not just with us. We have another type of pandemic in this country right now. And that is an influx of dogs. And
Yes.
it's not just the Great Pyrenees. This is everywhere. Okay. And the rescues are just overwhelmed. All of them that I know of.
Yes.
So, and that's what me and Roman do. I mean, every one of us, we do what we can on behavior standpoint to keep your dog in your home with you. Because trust me, the rescue isn't here just to take your dog. We don't need your dog. We have plenty of dogs. We want you to keep your dog yourself, and everybody live in unity and love each other. Okay. And that's what me and Roman do. So, and others. And yes, sir, fostering saves lives. Absolutely.
Yes, it does.
And because for every dog we save, there's many more we can't, because we don't have fosters. And so, yes, don't forget the hashtag GPRM. Okay. So, for some reason, I saw that. Oh, if you don't give the permissions for Facebook to, or for StreamYard to Facebook, all that privacy permission, your entry is not going to show up. If you
Yeah,
say Facebook user on our screen, the
It'll-
entry is not going to show up.
it'll
Okay.
show up like that, so we don't know who you are.
Right. So, and right now we have no entrance, even though we do. Okay. Because it says Facebook user. All right.
Yeah, the
So,
system would not recognize the person and would not put you on a list, which
That's
is
correct.
your loss.
Right. And Melissa, you're showing up as Facebook user. Okay. All right. So
Yep.
there's a link down there, or in the description, at the bottom of the description of the show, where it says meet Wilson and Maggie and Millie. Scroll down and click that link. StreamYard made it very easy to do that, and then you'll show up. We'll know who you are. So, because you're watching from a group instead of the page. So anyway, but we can't have a drawing without entrance. I think I might enter. I might need an instruction manual.
You might.
All right. So, now, how are we doing on dog food?
We are in need of dog food. We are running low with all of our new.
And that falls under puppy food and adult food.
We do. We need both puppy and adult.
Okay. Melissa's having a problem doing that on her phone. Tell you what, for everybody working with your phone, I will contact StreamYard support and let's see how to resolve that, because I don't know. That's them. So I didn't know how to stream to a group to start with. That was a challenge in itself for me, anyway. Now,
I'm just testing it myself. It doesn't ask me anything if I'm in the group and try to comment on the live.
And when you were live earlier, I actually went into the group to do that. It didn't make me authenticate. That could be because I have a login. Okay. And it could be because you have a stream.
I'm gonna post mine and see if you can see it.
Okay.
I
Because you
just did
saw
it
me
right
commenting. I didn't authenticate. We're diagnosed. Yeah. See, I have no problem there.
Yeah, because I associated my Facebook with my account.
Well, you know what? It's still showing none. What's wrong with our tool here?
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. It's not that. There's something wrong with the tool. Let's try it again. I think my tool died here.
Ray got it. Steve.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to do it again. Okay, try it again, Ray and Roman, both of you. Now it's coming up. I don't know what happened. I had two screen shares going on at the same time. That could have something to do with it. Now we've got an entry in. So Ray got it. Hi, Ray.
Mhm.
Ray's a good guy. He does transports for different rescues. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So anyway, hashtag GPRM, and let's get that in there, and we can get you an instruction manual sent out for Great Pyrenees.
Mhm.
You know, first thing I tell people, there's no textbook techniques here. And what that is an information about the breed. Okay. Is that about right, Reagan?
Mhm.
Okay. So, you know, you're a star of the show. You got to keep talking here.
I think we got to bring the other star up, Wilson.
Yeah, I know. I've had him there. And Wilson hasn't done his entry, Bailey.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. All right. You know what? Just for the heck of it. Hi, Amanda. Amanda, you got to do authenticating. You must be watching from the group. All right. So I've only got one entry. Everybody typed in a hashtag GPRM. Do it again for me. And now we're up to 4. This is good. I don't know. It's the first time I had a problem with this tool. And it looks like Wilson, looks like you found a sweet spot. That's how puppies are, right? They're always like that, aren't they?
Always.
All right, everybody, we're starting. As you can see, we're just kind of filling time for people to get their entry in. Well, we still have 4 minutes left in the show, so we're doing all right. Deborah, you left the M off. Do it again. Hashtag GPRM. Okay.
Don't tell her that.
Oh, because then you can't get the instruction books. Then she has a better chance of winning, right? My keyboard does that every once in a while, except mine is with the E. It's got a sticky key on it. Of course, it doesn't matter because I can't type anyway, so that's why keyboard isn't my first choice.
The most important
what's that?
The most important letters on the keyboard is GPRM. If the other one don't work, you don't worry about it.
Good point. Yeah, good point. So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. And next week, we were going to talk about the heat and heat exhaustion, heat stroke, and identifying it and stuff. But
yes,
this came up.
It was about heating and cooling foods, by the way.
That's and we're going to do some live.
Oh, that's right. Hang on a second. You got to get big again, and I got to mute some of us because you're starting to click on us.
Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. So next week, we haven't decided on the days yet. Maybe Friday and Saturday. We're going to do some short live segments rather than our full hour. And so stay tuned, and we'll let you know the date and the time. So you can.
So what are you saying? I can't say see you next week, same time, same station?
Well, we might be here at 1:00, but it might just be our talking point rather than the full hour. So.
Okay. So we're going to try two shorter shows. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Are we going to still go to the same group?
Yes.
I mean, the same places? Okay, good. Good.
Yes.
All right. Wow. All right. Okay. Well, I think it's time to do the drawing.
Time.
And let me bring it up here. So that way everybody can see, all right? And here's our giveaway tool. Look at that. There it is again. And let's see who wins. This thing's cooler than heck, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Deborah, you did it. Yes. Boy, I tell you, you just squeaked past that one. Deborah, I need you to send me your here just a second. Here, let me get it up. Got caught with my britches down here. If you would be so kind as to send me an email with your information, and that will get sent out to you next week. Okay. So
We'll get it.
I'm sorry?
We'll get it sent out.
That's right. So you have an instruction book. This is cool. I don't know if you needed it or not. You might have a peer that cooks for you. I don't know. But congratulations. They're definitely in order. But send me an email at steve@gprescue.com and we will get that out to you. Well, everybody, we've had a lot of fun here today. All right. I'm going to unmute Roman and Bailey now because Bailey wants to have, Sasha wants to say hi too. All right. But Bailey wants to say goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for having us.
Bye-bye.
Well, maybe we're sleeping now.
Yeah, and we'll see you with your. Hey, I want to get Mocha back on. What do you think, Reagan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should.
I think we should too. All right. Okay, everybody.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next week, maybe sooner, maybe next Saturday at 1 Central Time, but just watch your notifications.
That's right.
Bye, everybody.